The Red Hat certified engineer, it's no more. Well, not quite. Today, like a bombshell, some updates have dropped and lots have changed without further noticing notification. And IBM and Red Hat just did what they do best, which is kind of F things around and kind of make a mess out of things. But I'm here to try to explain you a little bit further. I was also kind of surprised with all of this, but some more details will arise as time goes by. But at this point, it's what we know right now. All right. So I cannot show you the official documentation and official sites because I may run into problems, blah, da, da, da. But in due time, the official links will come out there and everybody will be able to access them. And I'll be here to give you guys an update on that. But this I can show you. As you can see here, lots of things are going to shuffle. This is on the left-hand side, you have here the old titles, and the right-hand side, you have here the new titles, all right? So some stuff just shift around, Red Hat Certified Architect into Enterprise Linux. So the RHCE route, it's a complete mess at this point. Nobody knows exactly what's going on, but let's give it time to breathe. Right now, I'm here to help you out with 2 and now 3 certification paths, which is the RHCSA, the administrator, and the engineer. So as you know, at this point in time, the engineer was completely based on Ansible. So so the engineer was just based on Ansible knowledge, which it was a complete, personal opinion. With my students and my partners, I always said that it's a complete mess and stupidity. One thing is Ansible, one thing is the system, and the engineer giving you engineer level using Ansible, it just makes no sense at all. If you're watching this in the short form, come check the long form video for all the details. This is way too long for a short. Just see you there. Link to this video, link to the short. And yeah, for the long form peeps, here we go. So yeah, to say that the engineer was Ansible based was just a complete dumb. It was very dumb in my opinion, but that's what we had, and that's what we had to work with. Right now, things are going to swap, to change, and get shuffled. So as you can see, our current EX294 now it has no name at this point, but it's going to be called the Red Hat Certified Advanced. Did I do anything stupid? No. It has no name at this point. It has no correlation on the old title. So the new title is going to be called Red Hat Certified Advanced System Administrator in Ansible. Okay. So we're going to have Ansible focused things, which makes total sense. So the current EX94, all the curriculum applies, my training applies, my exercises, everything applies. But instead of going towards the RHCE, it's going towards to the Red Hat Certified Advanced System Administration in Ansible. So the EX94 now it's going to spawn something called the Advanced System Administration. Okay, so people are now getting advanced in certifications, and it's going to have a specific one for Ansible. Also apply OpenShift stuff. So beforehand, you were called the Red Hat Certified Enterprise Application Developer. Now you are called the Red Hat Certified Specialist in Enterprise Application Development. The EX113. This is the one I know the best. The EX188. Okay, this guy here. It was called the Red Hat Certified Specialist in Containers. Now it's going to be called the Red Hat Certified Developer in Cloud Native Applications. Okay, so a lot of things are shifting, and this is the one I know the best. Then you have all the architect stuff, and maybe this is the one we know best, which is this guy here, the Red Hat Certified Advanced System Administration in Ansible. So it's no longer a Red Hat Certified Engineer. So where the hell is the Red Hat Certified Engineer? It's here. So the Red Hat Certified Engineer now is called the Red Hat Certified Engineer in Enterprise Linux. As you can see here, the associated exam column, it's empty. So it's not obvious in this chart I provided. How can we achieve the Red Hat Certified Engineer or the new certification level, which is the Red Hat Certified Engineer in Enterprise Linux? But there is in the second page, that one I can link it down below. that shows us this. Okay, it's a little bit confusing, but this is what you can gather. So this is it. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it. You guys can see it more or less. Okay, let's put it a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so in order to achieve the Red Hat Certified Engineer, you need to have the EX200, which leads us to, in this top part of the chart, you will see nowhere to be seen the current EX200, the systems administrator. Why is not anywhere to be seen? Because that stays exactly as it is. So the Red Hat Certified Systems Administrator is going to stay exactly as it is. So if you are prepping for the EX200, the Red Hat Certified System Administrator, the RH124, 134, the 199, and the EX200 prep, this is going to stay exactly as it is, okay? Like it is the Ansible stuff. So the EX294 stays exactly as it is, but it's going to work towards a new certification. Now, it's, instead of being called the RHCE, it's going to be called the Red Hat Certified Advanced System Administration in Ansible. So I will have to update my thumbnails, but that's a good thing, a good problem to have. Okay, so cool. So the EX400 stays exactly as it is. The System Administrator stays exactly as it is. The ERH124, 134, the prep courses are exactly as they are at this point. The exam content is the same, and you will prep for the EX200. This is kind of the baseline to achieve the RHCE, and it's also the baseline to achieve other certifications of the upper level. So this is the base level certification you need to have in order to progress to the other ones. It's the base of the pyramid, right? But now, in order to achieve your RHCE level, you'll have the EX394, which corresponds to the ERH. I'm sorry, what I said, the EX342. Why did I get the 4? The 9. The EX342, which is the Red Hat Certified Advanced Systems Administrator in Enterprise Linux exam, which corresponds to the RH342. This is that is the troubleshooting training course. Okay. So the RH342. Let me just double check that here. I am pretty sure. Yeah, the RH342 corresponds to Red Hat Enterprise Linux Diagnostics and Troubleshooting. Okay, so instead of doing the EX200 as a base, well, that stays as it is. Instead of doing the Ansible exam, you will do the EX394, which is all about troubleshooting and diagnosis. So again, drawing a line. So the old RHCE with Ansible with the EX294 that you guys know and love. Now, in order to achieve the classical RHCE, you do the all-time favorite EX200, and you, instead of doing the Ansible exam, you will do the EX342, which corresponds to the RH342, Red Hat Enterprise Linux Diagnostics and Troubleshooting. So, if you want to achieve the RHCE level, instead of doing the Ansible exam, you do the Advanced System Administration exam, which corresponds to the course Red Hat Enterprise Linux Diagnostics and Troubleshooting. So this means that I have a fresh new project to do, which is to build you the training course to RH342. I'm really excited. I don't know how long it will take me to record that. I have delivered that training many times, so it's going to be a lot of fun to record these sessions instead of doing live with students. To my YouTube channel, to you guys, it's going to be a lot of fun to do the RH342. It's going to be great. I'm going to build the machines, the virtual machines, but at this point in time, the RH342, it's based on RHEL 8.4, yeah. I think they will update for RHEL 10 or RHEL 9. We will see. But at this point, the training course is built around RHEL 8.4. All right. So this is what I know now. So this is kind of what I know at this point. This is the old titles and the new titles. You can look at this and see the differences. And RHCE, it's not that, but it's just different. They are renaming stuff, and it's a good thing. They are going away from the RHCE based on Ansible, which it was nonsensical. But now we do have a specific systems engineer level, all about the system, which is the administration, and then after that, the troubleshooting. So in a nutshell, to get the systems engineer in Linux, you'll have the Red Hat Enterprise Linux, of course, EX200, the 342. And if you still want to kick around with Ansible, which I don't see why not, Red Hat Certified Advanced System Administration in Ansible, it's the new EX294, the one we love and enjoy to study for, and I have content for that in my channel. So this is all I know for now. If any deep changes come around, I will let you know. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you have extra info to add to share with the community. It will be much appreciated if you can add something useful to this information, because it came out today. If you have access to these confidential documents, you'll see that it says there May 11th. So May 11th, which is today. Okay, so this is very fresh, very new, and for some exciting, for others frustrating, because you were already in the path to a certification level, and maybe you need to swap and swing some things around and redo some things or rethink some things. Well, let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know in the comments below any question you might have, or if you have extra information, or if I am wrong on any of these assumptions. Well, these are not assumptions, these are mostly facts at this point. But let me know in the comments below, have any questions, doubts, things to add, or if I am wrong in anything I just said. I don't think I am, but I'm always open to news and people saying that I'm not correct. I digress. Like, subscribe, hype, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.